Why is the Dementia Advisors service so important to me?
We provide someone to be with you, someone for you to approach for help and advice at any stage of your journey with dementia. Hello, I'm Beverly Page Banks. We have made this film to tell you about the Dementia Advisor service, which supports people in central Lancashire. Dementia is an illness of the brain. It's not the same for everybody. You need the help and support that is right for you at the right time for you. The Dementia Advisors will help you get the information that is right for you and guide you to the services that may help you. Here is Barbara Rimmer, one of our Dementia Advisors, to tell you more.
Some of the things that Dementia Advisors can help you with are your diagnosis. Having a diagnosis of dementia may bring with it lots of mixed emotions, and you may find it difficult dealing with your feelings alone. We can help with your health. By looking after yourself properly, you'll help maintain your health. We can help with money and benefits and other important issues, not least the future. Coming to terms with a diagnosis of dementia can be hard for you, your family and friends. In some ways it may seem easier not to talk about it. However, people living with dementia tell us that talking, even if it does not lead to any kind of solution, can help the way you feel about things. People living with dementia tell us that you can live well with dementia, and here are three of my Dementia Advisor colleagues to tell you more.
I think it's really important that they do realise that once they've had the diagnosis, that's not it. They don't just wander off and never seen again, that we do accompany them on their journey and see them at any point and try and support them through.
The situation can change with all types of dementias, can't it? The illness can progress and things are different as you go along. You need different things. So it's good that they can come back and revisit us really with any problems that may or may not occur.
The information needs to be timely so that people can have it when they want it and when they need it.
I think often that when people are first diagnosed, they're not always sure what they want, they're not always sure what they need, and sometimes I think when people come to see us we can sort of point them in the right direction for services, for support, to access really places where people are dementia friendly, as it were.
I think people perhaps think we're here to give information about more formal things like benefits, but they need to realise perhaps that we can guide them to almost anything, social events, a source of meals. I think often they're struggling to cook perhaps, so we could guide them to a meal delivery service or a social venue or a hairdresser's, and we can access all kinds of different information.
Yes. For example, a dentist that may be very good with people with memory problems who can understand what's going on and therefore they won't feel so threatened in that environment.
Things that people really appreciate about the service are that although we are there primarily for the person with dementia, we also support friends, family, other people that have an important part to play in that person's life, and we are available for discussion. In other words, no request is too trivial. I think that's important to know.
I think as well that no subject is out of bounds. People might want to speak about very personal aspects of their lives, even sexual relationships, and if they wish to speak about that, they wish to want some information about that or help, we can do that. We can discuss anything.
Yes, yeah. And it's really good that we're not just seeing people who have Alzheimer's, it's any sort of memory problems.
Yes.
That we can see them wherever they're most comfortable, either at our office or in their own home if that's what they prefer.
One of the important things is that we work with the person with dementia, their family and friends. Here is one of my colleagues, Judith, talking to Alan. about how the Dementia Advisor service has helped both Alan and his partner to understand more about living with dementia and how best to support him.
There was just me and my wife, and that's it, until these ladies, and we've had one or two people come round and they talk to us and they say, gives you tips of stick a little bit of a piece of paper, because I could come out of the lounge and Jean would say something, oh, bring such a thing, and I go in the kitchen, and when I turn down the kitchen, do something, and then, oh gosh, what did you say? So I have to go back in and say, what did you want? And she doesn't say, oh goodness me. No, she said, no, and she'll just repeat it. Yeah. She doesn't fly off, thinking, you stupid old fella.
In explaining a lot about the difference between short-term and long-term memory, that often it's the short-term memory that first becomes the problem, in explaining that to both Alan and his wife, what was happening, and this wasn't deliberate on Alan's part, I think that went quite a long way to helping the situation, because nobody is suddenly have the skills in order to cope with the condition that you are now
it's nice to know.
Now diagnosed, and it's not a one-stop shop. It's you've got the link, and that link can be ongoing for as long as you
as long as I'm
link.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am a third person in our family, and neither my father nor my grandfather had anything like this. Nobody knew anything about anything like this, and I'm lucky in a way that I've got this situation at this time in the years, and it's a big help.
We help everyone who has been diagnosed with dementia. Barbara, for example, works with Michael, who has a learning disability, and his key support workers on his journey with dementia.
This is our new leaflet, Michael, and it's got pictures as well as words, and it's about our Dementia Advisor service. So it's in an easy read version.
Yeah, I like all them.
Oh, thank you. At that time when I first came to see you, I gave some information to Brenda about Alzheimer's disease and living well with dementia. And Brenda was able to share that with other people so that they could have understanding of what it's like to live with dementia and to live well with dementia.
I'm clever like that.
Before we had Barbara to visit us with this information, Michael wasn't doing hardly anything, and he hadn't really got a lot in his life. And since his dementia has come on, we were finding it difficult trying to find somewhere for Michael to go or something for him to do. And this has been marvellous, a great help to us and to Michael.
As you have seen, we offer support jointly to the person, their family and friends. Family and friends can also get in touch with us whenever the time is right. Your Dementia Advisor can contact you by letter, email or telephone, or you can visit you at home.
Hello there. Hello. My name's Barbara from the Dementia Advisor service. We had an appointment today to have a little chat.
Right.
Come in, Barbara. Thank you very much.
Hello, Barbara.
The Dementia Advisor service is a bridge from the point of diagnosis, connecting you to a range of information and services that may support you at the time that is right for you. If you live in central Lancashire, then there will be a Dementia Advisor based near you. We work locally within 4 centres across central Lancashire. West Lancashire in Ormskirk, Preston at Derby House, Chorley at Buckshaw Village, South Ribble, the Charnley Fold Resource Centre.
Hello, I'm Marion and I'm a volunteer at Charnley Fold here. I just wish that this had been available and that the advisory service had been available when I was looking after my mum 2 years ago when she was diagnosed with dementia. Really there was nothing in place. We went off to very many medical centres, and it was all quite scary, and really to have had someone to speak to at that time and ask for advice and would have been really helpful. And I do think that this dementia cafe and the support that's in place is wonderful to help not just the people with dementia but the carers as well, because it really is a sort of a nightmare finding out about things like power of attorney and which centre you need to go to for which medical advice, and so much paperwork to fill in. And I found it was all right to go online to, you know, sort of get some information, but there was so much to read, and just to speak to a human being would have been so much better and perhaps a little more comforting, because when you're busy working and looking after your mum and trying to sort out, you know, everything that goes with this illness, it really was quite difficult. And I think the advisory service is just brilliant and should be promoted.
So if you feel that the Dementia Advisor service is for you, please do get in touch with us. Our services are free and confidential, and you can choose to contact us in whichever way suits you best.